In this week, we'll continue with the modules and libraries. Okay, module and libraries. So, the module or the libraries are just like the C++ header files. Okay, and so it has the specific functions and the methods and also attributes in order to be used in your programs. Okay, these are prepared libraries, or you can create your own modules or the libraries. In C or C++, we don't have any module, but only headers and the source code related to .cpp or C files. Okay, and so the importing any module relating its function, class, variable, or into the another one. This is the purpose, to import your module or the libraries. Okay, and so the basic syntax is that we can use the import keywords in here, and also we need to give the file name. Okay, and as we can assign the specific name to be used in your code or in your .py function. For example, we have the week 6 codes.py in here, and so in order to use the random or the math library, we need to utilize this kind of properties. Okay, or we can use the from keyword. We need to specify the file name in here and import the, for example, the function. Specific function can be imported by using the from keyword in here. Okay, or variable or class name. So firstly, before we can continue these modules, we need to create some specific examples. This banner. Okay, just remember the previous week, we need to create this banner function in here in order to be example of the function utilization. After that, we will continue with the modules. Okay, and so if is instance, it's a specific built-in function, and we need to give the control of the integer, and so this returns to the what, s is the integer or not. Okay, and so s str s. Okay, and we need to give the print char len s in here, and also we need to give the print s, and so also we should give the print gh and len s. Okay, so this banner for example Ankara, and so if you run this code, and then we will get the what our solution. We can specify the print function based on this banner, but how we can use this banner if it is stored in the another Py code. Okay, so firstly should give this one in here. The prepared libraries can be used to what, to create your own program. Import random. First of all, you need to notice that this import random is given in the pre-built functions, and so if you push the control button and left click, and so this is our source code to relate to the random Py. And so how we can use this function which is built in the in the random.py, and so we should import it. Okay, for example, we can create the get random function in here just like this one, a and b, and we should give the size. We can determine all the parameters based on this one. And also we should give the result as a list in here if is instance size integer should be controlled in here if I in range of the size and result append random rand int function a b and minus 1. I'm sorry, b minus 1. See, I can use the random because I imported it. Okay, answer elif is instance of the size is the tuple, and then if len of size is not equal to the 2, and so raise type error. We will talk about the catch and exception mechanism in the later classes. Okay, and so we need to give the tuple must have 2 elements. Okay, and so we need to, if this is not true, and so I range of the size 0, this is the first element of the tuple, and call should be created in this one, and for k in range of size 1, and call append random rand int a b minus 1. Okay, and after that we need to store the whole the results in the what, in the code. Okay, and else should give the raise type error invalid type. Okay, and after that we should return the result. But why we build this function? Just see that, for example, x is get random. We need to want to generate to the what, the random numbers 0 to 10 with 5. Okay, and so we can print the x in here just like this one, and so 29028. See that this is the 0, this is the 10, a, b, and size of the 5, and so 5 is an integer values, and so is instance, this is true, and so this code is run at this moment. Okay, but what about this? Y get random 0 to 10 and 5 and 4, and print y can be given in here. Okay, and so this is to what? This is the 5 times 4 matrices. 5 times 4 matrices. Okay, but it's random because if the instance size is equal to the tuple, and so if the len of size not equals to the 2, tuple must have 2 elements. We control the this is tuple or not. Okay, and so after that we create the matrices at these 4 loops. Okay, and return to the what, to the random matrices. This is useful, but the important thing is that if we want to utilize the random functions or the classes or the methods, and so we need to import this random in here just like this one. Okay, so in the next case we should continue with the what, x3. Our question is that how can we create our own module or the library in Python? This is our question, and so in order to do that we can create what, to x3py. Can you see my code right now, x3py in here, guys? Because I shared my screen with the week 6 codes. You can show the x3.py. Eren, is it okay? You just write the yes, and so okay. And so how can we utilize it? For example, x3 is the another py file. Okay, and so we can build a function in here, and also we can give the what I am foo. Okay, and also we can assign to the x is the 10. In that Python function or Python libraries, we have the one function and another variable which is defined as the what 10. Okay, and so what about this one? See, if we want to utilize the foo function, we need to import to the what x3. See that this is in the list right now, okay, because we have another Python modules in here. Okay, and so how can we utilize this function? First of all, we can define the main function just like the C or C++ programming language, and so def main, which is in here, and so the print. How we can reach the x value in here? If we define the x3 as an import variable in here, and so x3, we should give the dot operator in here, and so see that we have the foo and the x values in here. If we want to print the x values, we should select this one. And also we can call any method or the function which is defined in the x3.py. Okay, and so x3 dot foo function can be called in here just like this one. And so if I run this code and then 10 and I am foo is seen on the what, on the terminal page. Okay, any question guys about this? This is the basic example of the how we can utilize or import our modules or the libraries in the Python. Is any question about that? If you don't have any question, and so we'll continue with the x4. Okay, x4. So for the x4, we should create another function x4.py. Okay, and also we can print to the what I am x4 module. Okay, and also the foo, which is defined in here, print I am foo what x4 foo, and also we can define the variable to see that. And so what about this one? If I am import to the x4, this x4 is run or called from this one, but we have the print function in here. And so if I run this code, see I am x4 modules is given in here. And so in the first place, if we import any bodies or the functions or the libraries just like the x4, and so this x4 is called. See, this is print values in here just like this one, and so we can also write the x4 is called using import x4 keywords. Okay, see if I run this code and then the x4 is called using import x4 keywords, right? So the result is that the calling the first function is given in here. Okay. And so in the example of the 5, we should create another Python modules. Okay, and so print, first of all we need to inform the user I am x5 module in here, and def foo, this is the print of the I am foo, and also we should give the bar, and also we should give the tar. Okay, see we have 3 functions, and this is the inform of the what, the importing modules. Okay, and so what about this one? If I'm import the x5, and so this is seen in the terminal page. Okay, see I am x5 module. Okay, but how we can reach the specific function from the modules? In order to do that, we need to use the from keyword in here, from x5. Import foo and tar. See that? In this case, we don't import everything about the x5 in here. Just we add the import foo and tar function for a specific purpose. For example, foo can be cold and tar can be cold. See, I am foo and I am tar. But what about this one? We have also a bar function in here. If I'm right, this bar in here, see that the name bar is not defined in here because the containing of the whole x5 cannot be included using the what, the from and import keyword. If you want to use the every x5 functions, methods, or the attributes, we need to import x5. But if I'm using this one, and so just only utilize to the what, the foo and tar function in here. Okay, and so this is the error. In the sixth example, we can create another bodies in here, just like this one, x6, and also we can define the variable in here, just like this one. Okay, so what about this one? We have the from x6, but import is utilize the star operator in here. Just remember the previous lessons, especially for the function argument, default argument parameters. We have this asterisk operator or star operator. What's the usage of this star? Can anyone answer that? Remember the function utilization. If we are using the star, and so which properties do we have? Anyone? In that usage, the whole variables, classes, and other things are imported, which means that we have the foo in here, and so the whole no, not import from the address. If we are using this one, just remember the print default arguments. If we have this one, we can give the many parameters to the function, and so this contains the whole variable, classes, and other things are imported from the x6. Okay, and so we can call the foo bar and tar, and we can also print the x in here just like this one. This is identical with the what, with this one, import x6. These are the identical. Okay, for the x7 this is the x7. Okay, for the x7 we can assign to this one from x7. This is the library. Okay, we created import foo sf. Yes, it's just kind of tuple, but we can use the multiple elements from the x6. Okay, Yaman. Foo as f, bar as b, tar as t. Okay, what's the purpose of this code? This foo can be used in here instead of the what, the f, and so f is the renamed foo is the renamed with the f, with the b, and with the tar. Okay, and so what about this one? F and calling operator in here, just like this one. B and t can be called in here. We can mask the function name by using the s keyword in here. The f is calling to the foo, and so this is the I am foo. B is calling to the bar, and tar is calling to the what? T is calling to the what? I am tar. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? In here, guys, we can rename to the what, to the functions or the classes or the any other else in here. This is the x7 and x8 given here. You can copy these terms, just this one, 8 and x8. Okay, so foo bar can be given here, can delete it, and also this one. Okay. What about this one? First of all, we can define the function bar. Print, this is the main bar. Okay, because we have also x8 bar in here, and if we can call this bar, and so this is the main bar. But what about this one? From x8 import star, and so we can get the whole elements, variables, classes, methods, functions by using these keywords in here. And so we can call foo and we can call the bar. And so what is the output of this code right now, guys? Can anyone answer that? I am foo, I am bar. Yes, but we have also bar. See, main bar, and this is the inclusion of the what? The x8 library in here, and also I am foo and I am bar. This bar overrides to the what? To this bar function, guys. Okay? But what about this one? Def foo print main foo and foo. What's the output of this code right now? Foo are included in the what? In the both x8 and the main code right now. What's the output of this code? Yes, main foo. But at the end of this code, we have the main foo, not the x8 foo, guys. Okay? Any question? X9. Right now, we have also a specific keywords in the Python programming language. For example, if name, this is special characters or the keywords or names in here, and we can check our algorithm main function. In the Python, we don't have the main or the starting address point, just like in the C or C++. We don't have it. But if we want to define our main body or the first point of the R code to be run, and so we can utilize this structure. Okay, and we can create the main body in here just like this one, and so we can create the def main function in here is the print running as a program just like this one, and foo and bar and tar can be given in here. Def foo and print foo and bar tar. Okay, and so if I run this code and running as a program which is given in here, okay, But what about this one? The print hello I am print. What's the output of this code right now? Can anyone say that? Anyway, you can guess it. In this case, we have the hello I am print running as a program through bar tar, which is given in here. Because in the Python, firstly, the modules is imported itself. For example, if you want to create or if you want to use this Python program, this Python interpreter includes firstly Vix's codes.py body. Okay, and so this print is given in here at this case. Okay, just remember that this is only a mechanism related to the Python programs. Okay. So in the example of the 10, we need to learn about the random modules. This is highly useful for an engineer, guys. Okay. Import random. This is the main body. If we selected this one, the firstly the program is continue with this one, but this is the importing print function body. In the Python, firstly the interpreter is included to this function, just like this one. If we import this module, the firstly the print is given in here. This can be seen in the first place. And so the Python includes the week6 codes.py in here, and so this possesses the print function, and after that this name is the R starting point for a function. But this is coming from to the what? Importing week6 codes.py, guys. Okay, and so this is for the what? Foreseen in the first place. In Turkish, bakın bu import edildiği için Python ilk import eder. Import ettikten sonra bunu çalıştırır. Ardından main function'ını çalıştırır. Yani bizim burası başlangıç noktamız. Bütün kodlar için böyle bir fonksiyon tanımının içerisinde. Ama yine de import ettiğinizde bu keyword'ü kesinlikle görüyorsunuz. Bu print'i yine yapıyor arkadaşlar. Aslında bunu özellikle ben size yazdım ki hani başlangıç noktasıyla import etmenin arasındaki farkı anlayın diye. Eren, do you get it right now? Okay. For the random modules, for I in range of 10, okay? While random has many functions, just like this one, rand int 0 to 99. What's the meaning of this? The meaning of is that the random number is generated between the values of the 0 to 99, while and an empty space. And so if I run this code, and so the random numbers is generated in here, 21, 28, 53, and blah blah 32. See, this is only between with what 0 and 99. But what about this? If I choose the 9,999, and so we have the what 3,866, or this is one, okay? If you want to generate the random integer numbers, and so you can use these bodies in here, okay? What about this one? From using the random modules, we can toss a coin. Head and tail examples can be given in here, okay? And so the import random and def coin, and it's given in here, head equals tail equals 0, for I in range of n, x is the what, the random. We have only 0 and 1 values in here, rand int 0 and 1 if x is equals to the 0 and tail plus equals 1, otherwise head plus equal 1. Okay, and after that we should return to the what, to the head divided by n, tail divided by n. Just see that this is a tuple, guys. Okay, it returns to tuple, and head and tail coin function can be called with the what, for example 50, and print f head and tail. This is the tail. Okay. So what's the result of this code? One of them is 56, the other one is 44. Using the limit theorem, if we increase the values of these tossing coins, just like the 1,000 or 1 million, for example, it's closing to the what? The 0.5, 50%, because either we get head and tail from the probability theory. Okay, you can test it. Okay. So in the X12, the random modules can be used to what? Get rand function, guys. Okay. Import rand random. It's given in here. We can define the def get rand function a b count in here, and L is initialized with the list, just like this one, and for I in range of count, while random rand int a and b can be given in here. It's the our boundaries, and so L appends while can be written in here, and after that we can return to the L. Okay, and A get rand 0, 99 and 5. What's the result of this code? See, this is 73, 36, 19, 6, 71. Okay, we have 5 numbers with a random generator, and so this is our own rand int function, guys. Okay, we can return it based on these terms. In the X13, we have specific function rand range. Import random can be utilized in here, and so we can print the what? Random rand range body. This is a special function with the parameters of the what? We have the start point, and we have also stop and step point in here. This is just like the range, but this is random range. See, up to 100 we get 1 random values. See, 30, see, 1. But what about this one? The print random rand range 10 and 20 values in here. See, we have 76 and 19 in here. This is removed right now, and so what's the utilization of this code? We get the random number between the 10 and 20 in here, guys. Okay. What about this one? See, X13, X14. Okay, and so in the random we have special function choice. Import random names of the what, for example, Ali, Burak, Selami, Kamil. Okay. 4. I in range of 3. While is equals to what? Random choice names. It means that the random name is assigned to the result. Okay. And so we can assign print while in here. So if I run this code, Selami, Burak, Burak, which means that we can select randomly these names in here. See? Or we can increase the 5 up to 5. Ali, Selam, Selama, Ali, Kamil. Okay? And also we can use the random choice on the string Istanbul. If I run this code, this is the I. Is one of the characters of the Istanbul, guys. Okay? This is the I. I'm sorry. S. 3 times getting the I. This is the N. See, you can utilize this choice function based on these characters. Okay. X15 can be given with the shuffle example. We have shuffle function, which is defined in the random. Okay, and so the names can be copied just like this one. Okay, and random shuffle is assigned with the names, and so after that we can print the names. See, Burak, Selami, Ali, Kamil, but in the first place this looks like to what? This one, Ali, Burak, Selami, Kamil, but in the second place this is shuffled and Burak, Selami, Ali, Kamil is seen on this page. Or we can write R on my shuffle function based on the sequence. Okay, for I in range of len sequence in here, and K is the random. Just remember the random range function, 0 to len of sequence. At each case, one of them is selected in here, just like this one, and the sequence I is swapped with the what? With the K. Okay, sequence K, sequence I. This is the swap operation, guys. Okay, A is a list of range 10. We have the 10 dimensional list in here. We have the 10 elements at this list, and so print A can be written in here 1 0 1 2 3 blah 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 9. Okay, and so if we shuffle this list, and we can print also the output of this code right now. Okay, see, in the second place we have the shuffled list, guys. Okay, do you understand that? Or we can create the what? The mathematical algorithms based on the what? This one. We can calculate the pi. Import random and import math should be given in here. Def get pi. This is the basic circle method to calculate the pi values in here. The count 0, and for I in range of n, x random selected, y random selected, if math sqrt x star plus y if smaller than unit circle, and so the count must equal to the 1. Okay, and after that we need to return to the what 4 times a count. This is the semicircle, and we need to multiply, or quartile circle, we need to multiply the 4 and count with division of the n. Okay, so what about this one? While true is an endless loop in here, just like this one, and so the n integer input give a number, and if n is equals to the 0, we need to break this loop, and pi get pi function which is given in here, and so the print pi can be given at this moment. Okay, and so if I run this code and then 5 iteration which is given in here, c 1.6, okay, and so what about this one, 100 or 400? See, it's closing to the what, to the pi, because it's the degree of the iteration in here. For example, 10,000, 3.12. But what about this one, 1 million or 10 million? See, it's closing to the what, the correct number of the calculation of the pi. Okay, it's the quartile circle methods to what, to calculate the pi calculations. Okay, any question?